Indeed, the battle for state championships began today down in Charleston with prelims in Class 1A. 1 year ago, El Paso Gridley was second in the state, led by their great versatile athlete Aubrey Phillips. Jada Reed is one of the top runners in the state. El Paso Gridley's loaded in the 4x1, 4x2. Look out for El Paso Gridley on that blue track. Stark County and Henry with Danielle Bumber also teams to watch in 1A. Normal U High is looking for back-to-back state titles, but in different classes. 1 year ago, the Pioneers were 1A state champs. This year, they hope to be 2A state champs with Hannah Safranek in the hurdles and sprint relays, and senior star Zoe Carter a threat in both the 1600 and 3200. U High can score lots of points in lots of events at the state finals.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of confidence going into the state meet. We've all been performing well. The throws, Izzy Thurston, the sprinters just got another school record today in the 4x1. And then me in the distance, we cover a lot of events, and I don't want to sound overconfident, but I think anything less than a state title would probably be a disappointment.
U High is the team to watch. Also keep an eye out for Eureka in the 4x8 and the 4x4 relay, and Pontiac long jumper Maria Long is one of the favorites. In Class 3A, most of our action will be in the field events. Dunlap junior Samantha Ye second coming into the state finals in the high jump. Bloomington's Claudia Ift right here is always one of the favorites in the pole vault. She'll be in the running, you can be sure. And Normal Community's Marco Reynolds has got a top shot in both the shot put and the discus. Full coverage this weekend from Charleston. Now to high school baseball. The Big School State Tournament begins with regional play next week, but it kind of felt like a state tournament game when East Peoria traveled to Normal Community last Saturday. It was an unbelievable game. The Ironmen honoring their 10 seniors before the game, and then they battled 10 innings against East Peoria. R.J. Duncan of East Peoria was brilliant. He was last week's Prep Rally Athlete of the Week. He dueled Luke Clunky of Normal Community and some relievers, but finally in the 10th inning with all those zeros on the board, somebody put a point on the board. Andrew Nauer led off the 10th inning with a base hit. A couple batters later, he's on third when Kyle Beatty walks up and Normal Community walks off. A thrilling 10-inning win, 1-zip, showing off the depth of Ironman pitching just before the state tournaments.
You know, we get guys who are always ready to play, always ready to get in there. Luke Clunky has battled some stuff and was just fantastic for us on the mound today. And Jacob Engel and Landon Corbin did a really good job in relief. And we know those guys, all three of those guys are going to be ready for us in the postseason and the situations that are good for them.
Well, also in the Big 12, Peoria Richwoods earned 12 conference wins this spring. The Knights swept Bloomington and Normal West, but they still can't get any respect. On Memorial Day Monday, when every other area big team has a day off, Peoria Richwoods will have to play a play-in game versus Galesburg.
We were a little shocked, but we know that we're going to have to beat good baseball teams no matter what if we want to advance in the postseason. Galesburg's really good. We'll see them Monday come Memorial Day, and hopefully we're prepared for them.
The Middle-Illini is well known for baseball, and suddenly we have a bit of a Middle-Illini dynasty named the Washington Panthers. The Panthers have claimed a share of their fourth Middle-Illini title in 5 years, and they're not sharing this year. They win the outright title with a win over Morton on Monday night. Tyler Humphrey, an RBI double in a 2-zip game. That was a huge swing by Humphrey. Carter Prina got the win. We'll hear from Humphrey, Prina, and more of the Panthers later in studio. The Dunlap Eagles second place in the Middle-Illini. Dunlap was a regional champion a year ago, and they feel confident heading into next week's East Peoria Regional. The Eagles, like every Middle-Illini team, feel battle-tested after 14 Middle-Illini battles.
In the Middle-Illini is so deep. It's probably as deep as it's been in many years this year. Every week it's almost like postseason play. It's that kind of intensity. It's that high level of play. So when you get into regional time, a lot of us are facing each other again. But even so, when you're facing a different opponent, you're used to that postseason kind of pressure.
State soccer tomorrow's regional championship Friday. Peoria and Notre Dame's in the regional final. They're in their own regional final. They had to take a quick detour to East Peoria to beat East Peoria and play on that turf field. But Peoria and Notre Dame, third place in the state a year ago, a very hungry team this year.
Everyone wants the same goal. Everyone wants to get back to state. So I think everyone, with our competitiveness as a team, we're all coming out on the field and giving it our all to get back at state, just like we did last year.
The Morton Potters will play Metamora tomorrow for the Metamora regional title. The Potters have won 18 straight games, led by a senior class that's very hungry to make a state tournament run.
We want to get further than just the sectionals. We've kind of been on this little bit of a little mountaintop we've been trying to get over now with that sectional semifinal. We haven't been to the sectional final for a while, so that in itself would be nice, but that's not our objective. We want to go beyond that, and we have the talent to do so, but we just got to execute when the time comes.